We've taken our years of experience operating in the theaters in the Middle East in those critical environments and brought that technology over in a cost savings manner to the public safety environment. We're big on open source systems. The days of proprietary solutions are gone, and developing a multi-million-dollar system that only works for one customer, one environment, just doesn't make sense anymore. And so we can leverage the large amount of development that's taken place in the commercial market in open source platforms and utilize that in the public safety sector. C4ISR was born in the military world, and it has migrated over the years into the public safety market by manufacturers, by the soldiers that have been serving and have crossed over and are now serving in other markets. So it's well known across both spaces. We see C4ISR as a great way of quantifying what the problem set is in the public safety markets and how we can then take our technologies that were born out of military systems and bring that across to solve their challenges. Today, because of the developments of technology, everything has been shrunk down to the point where we can take that same technology, in fact technology that far exceeds the technology of yesterday, and take it directly on site and command and control right from the heart of the location, rather than trying to do it from an operations center that may be 10, 20, or 100 miles away from the actual incident. Some people say that the current budgetary conditions are a problem. I see those as an opportunity. It's a problem for the existing businesses that have operated under the old paradigm, but we're coming in under a new paradigm, and we see those opportunities where the budget has shrunk and people have to do more with less as a chance for us to step in and replace some of the old technology with new technology that is being enabled by the commercial market. Just as we feel Wamar Technologies has a responsibility to its customers to provide the latest technology to help them succeed in their mission, most of our customers, being government entities, have a responsibility to the taxpayer to maximize the taxpayer's dollars to provide the most return. And we see that as our role as well, and our technology is designed so that over the long term, our systems are much more cost effective than the competitors.
You have to be able to incorporate technology into your daily mission. It's important. In my career, I was very lucky to work pretty much all the critical incidences or disasters in San Diego in the last 13 years or so, 14 years. And a lot of my job duties were at a command post level. The one thing that I saw is it takes a while for us to be able to find those drivers that are licensed to drive the command vehicles. The command vehicles are maybe at a location that we can't quite get it to where we need to be. A lot of them that we have are not, that I've seen in my career, have been just a regular command van or a mobile, kind of a mobile home looking type vehicle. And a lot of the incidents that we may have been working on were out in the rural areas or in a rugged area that you couldn't quite get it out there. My experience is when you come on an incident, you want to be able to set up a command post very quickly, rapidly, and having the technology already out in the field, having that equipment already in the field with specialized officers or say a field lieutenant who has a trunk full is huge. You're able to get that force multiplier on the ground as soon as possible, right in the early stages of an incident, which is the most critical. And I can tell you from experience, just from working the 2007 fire, that hit so quickly, and it hit in San Diego, which is not, we weren't ready for that. I don't think anybody was ready for it to come in the city limits. Traditionally, we've always been supportive on a county side where we've been able to go out and we've seen it coming. And unfortunately, it came in so quick and so fast that we had officers responding from home, we had off-duty officers, people from different agencies coming in and responding and not being able to know where those officers are, who's there. So how are you able to track your personnel, set up a command station where people could check in? We weren't able to get the vehicles up as close as we needed to because the roads were being closed, people were trying to get out. It's very scary to not know where your personnel are.
Oftentimes what really saves lives is somebody just saying, I'm going to go do this. So I'm going to get in the trucks, we're going to drive down there, we're going to have the right credentials, we're going to have the right way to get into the disaster, and we actually know what to do. And so Wamar is very much a company that sort of that thought pattern of going, okay, let's just go do it. And by doing it, that's actually how people then can decide, oh, I want one of those, because they actually saw somebody use it where it worked. The point of what you're trying to do is you're trying to save lives much more rapidly. Wamar can be really proud of what they're doing because they're really out trying to find where are there solutions that are going to impact nations and people. And what really comes out of that passion is that there are real lives that we don't know. Those real lives that are going to get saved because a whole bunch of people did all of this hard work in the, early in the stage, and these connections, and people are able to buy equipment that actually works and that gives them solutions. And that's what really people want, is they want a solution. And this is all the thought that's gone into saying, here's a solution, and you can see it's there, and I can kick the tires, and the thing actually works. And so this is very much one of those times that the difficulty that we're practicing will likely make solutions for the future. And Wamar is very much in that sense of how do you build solutions for the future that really can save lives and also empower governments to be successful.
The biggest thing is for an incident commander to get an overall picture of what's going on, because typically I think when I look back over my 29 years as a firefighter, I see that I have managed more fires that I actually couldn't see the fire than I have that I can. And that may seem unusual that, well, it's fire, you ought to be able to see it, but what will happen is typically we get an inversion layer, we can get smoked out, we're in a saddle, the fire goes over the next hill, a variety of reasons. And so using some sort of technology such as a camera for us is very beneficial to see where's the fire going, where can we strategically place our resources, what are our evacuation needs, but having that information real time transmitted back to the incident commander. When we take a look at technology, what this allows us to do is know where the fire is going. If we just take one simple thing, whether it be the camera, the screen, the downlink, the interoperability of communications, if we just take a look at that, anything we can do in the incipient stage of that fire, that's where we win the battles. Because what I can do with this, I don't have to put scouts out in vehicles with an additional radio. If I have the camera system, if I have a downlink that I can view right from my command post with myself, my law counterpart, my EMS counterpart, my public utility counterpart, all right there looking at the same thing, making the same decisions in a single co-located facility, that's a big plus for an incident commander.
It's being called a game changer. This is a mobile command center, and SDG&E hopes this new tool plus these phones could make a critical difference during an emergency. During the 2007 wildfires, as the devastation spread, cell phones jammed the system.
Yeah, it was very difficult to get out in 2007.
San Miguel Fire Chief Augie Guillo says in some cases that communication lapse hurt the firefight.
You can't effectively monitor the situation, find out where the fire is going.
Also feeling the communication challenges was SDG&E. 4.5 years later.
Today is the day we take emergency preparedness to a new level.
New level in the form of 2 new mobile command centers, roving satellite Wi-Fi spots that will allow communications when traditional methods go down. The units would ensure critical communication between agencies that could stop a fire from growing.
We would dispatch this in areas that are near the front lines so we know exactly where the front lines of the fire are. We connect it with our 128 weather stations, and then we can use predictive modeling to say where is a fire going.
Another way to watch that fire, an onboard camera with a range of 5 miles. Outside the mobile units, 3 satellite phone booths to connect members of the public with loved ones.
This is a new element that comes to the incident command post if we need it.
We're really getting a glimpse of the future.
A path to the future paved by past disasters. A type of disaster SDG&E and other public agencies say they are now better prepared for. Michael Chen, 10 News.